Okay, so coming onto your back and just drawing your knees into your chest. So this is our standard wind pose. This is one of the best poses just to release the back, to start to massage the spine. And we're putting pressure on our digestive organs. So you can take your hands to your shins or behind your thighs, and you can just be still. So you're welcome to be still as much as you want in this practice. I know there's some days where like we just don't want to move. But if your body does need movement, you can rock side to side. You can even take the knees and circle them. You can put something under the head. So if you are feeling like any kind of stuffiness or sinusiness, you can always prop up the head so the head isn't completely flat. And I'll mention that for meditation too, that it might be easier to kind of have the head lifted a little bit. So just take a few more breaths. You can inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Just in this first pose, starting to open things up, starting to connect to the practice, feeling the body on the earth, and just allowing this time of digestion and processing, whether the food, the week, the year. And as we start to just kind of release, begin to invoke that idea of gratitude. So Thanksgiving tends to have this idea of gratitude around it, right? Like giving thanks. And so we can always connect to that idea. And so maybe just think about being grateful that we get to be together today and do some restorative and meditation. Maybe there are other things that you are grateful for right now. And as you maybe list a few, as you breathe, as you settle, maybe notice if when you feel grateful, if there's like a color or a sense or an energy in your body. And I'm going to invite you to come back to that through the practice today. Take another breath. And then as you exhale, open the arms out wide. We're going to take a twist. So you can always put a pillow over to the right, or you can put something between the knees. That will make this more supportive. And just let the knees roll to the right. So I'm going to put a little blanket under my knees. I love to have a pillow catch the knees. And that helps to roll the left shoulder down. And then just let your chin gently roll side to side like a crescent until you find somewhere soft to land. Grab my pillow here. So some couch cushions, some bed pillows, those will work fine. And like I said, just let it kind of settle so you can stack the knees and the shins on that. And that just, for whatever reason, that sense of support brings in that restoration. And you can also put something between the knees too and just kind of hug that in. We're just going to take a few more really good breaths. So slow breath. And you're welcome to exhale out the mouth anytime you feel like you're trying to clear out. Or just breathe softly in and out through the nose. Feel the breath moving through the belly, through the heart, and then back down through the heart and the belly. So just the breath is moving through us, helping to digest, assimilate, absorb, release. And we'll take a few more breaths here. So holding these very gentle poses a little bit longer. And again, any support you need to do that, support under the head, under the knees. And just let yourself settle here. Let your body let go of any tension, anything you're holding on to. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. And softly draw the knees up. So if you're using a pillow or anything, move it over to the left side. And then you can take a moment to just sort of rock and shift so that you feel centered. And then when you're ready, open the arms, pull the knees up and over to the left. So again, the knees can stack onto your prop. You can put something between them. The left hand can rest on the right thigh, the right arm gently out to the right. You can always, again, have something under your head or underneath your shoulder. And then maybe a few times just draw that little half circle with your chin. Release your neck, soften your jaw. And take those good full belly breaths. And just be mindful that you can always add support. You can always slide something under the knees, between the knees, under the head. Make yourself as comfortable and cozy in all of this practice today. So just put support wherever it's needed. We really want the body to be able to rest and digest. And twists are, again, a really great shape to wring out the spine, support the immune system, support digestion. So take another big breath in. And then let it go. Roll the body over to the left so you're in a fetal pose, curling yourself in. And you can pause here for a moment, turning the heart towards the earth. And rolling to the left side, I think we talked about this in the basics week of this theme, that the left side is our digestive side. So a lot of times when we have tummy aches, right, or when our kids have their stomachs hurt, they just naturally curl into a ball on the left side, right, like that mammalian knowing. And then we'll just gently go ahead and press up when you're ready. And so I would like you to grab a pillow of some kind. You can also take a blanket. And we're just gonna take a really gentle chest opener so we can open up the belly and the heart. So I have just kind of like a standard throw pillow. If you have yoga bolsters, I know a few of you have bolsters, you can grab those. And you can decide to have them lengthwise or wide. But basically, we want to bring it right at the low back and then roll back so that the chest opens. So this pillow is pretty thin, so I feel comfortable having my shoulders and head kind of drop back over that, arms open. But we don't want the shoulder heads coming up or the head floating. So if you have bed pillows, you can turn them lengthwise as well and lay back. But we're looking through that opening through the chest. So this is going to open up the belly. It's going to decompress the internal organs. It's going to open up the chest, which is, if you've been working a lot this week, it's going to open that up. If you have yoga blocks or maybe books, you can also lay over those. This gets a little bit more intense if you lay the shoulder blades over that and then maybe have something to catch the head. That gets a little bit more intense. You can also put another book or block under the head. We're just going to spend a few minutes here and we're going to do a little bit of breathing. And you're always welcome, if you're here live, to flip on the camera and if you have any questions, but just allowing that heart opening. And as you do that, once again, take a couple exhales out the mouth. Relax your jaw, shake out your head. And then we're just going to find a gentle count of the breath. And so you'll just inhale, counting to 4, exhale, counting to 4. And if you find that the breath is really shallow today, you can just do 3. And if you feel like you have more breath, you can do 5 or 6, but just let's do our balanced breath. In and out through the nose. Knees can be bent. You can also have the soles of the feet together if you want a little hip opening there, or legs can be extended long. Soft elbows, deep breath. And just staying with this a little bit longer. And if you are feeling yourself getting really relaxed, then just relax. Just let the breath go. But if the mind is still kind of focused on something else, or you're feeling agitated, keep breathing. Keep that count of the breath going. This will really help us in our meditation today. Just relax the shoulders and the face. Soften through the chest and the belly. Just feel the breath moving up and down and in and out. And we're here for just one more minute. Take one more big, big breath in. And then open mouth, let it go. So if the legs are extended or the soles of the feet are together, go ahead and bend your knees. And then once again, just roll to that left side. So back of that left fetal pose. And then when you're ready, we'll lift up. We're going to take one more pose before meditation. It can either be a child's pose or a supported forward fold. So I'll show you what I mean. So child's pose, we have the knees wide, big toes together. You may keep your pillow or blanket there. And you can always put something between the heels and the butt. That sometimes helps the knees out. And then lower your chest down. You can bring your forehead down, you can bring the chest down and breathe here. If for any reason that doesn't feel right, you can always push back and just do a hanging ragdoll, forward fold. So we just want to allow the spine to release again, because that compression is one of the best for our digestion. And this is just a little bit of a deeper release than the knees to chest on the back, but very similar. So either a child's pose, maybe with support, or you can take a supported forward fold. And in the supported forward fold, you can rock and shift, same thing in the child's pose. Even here, I have my hands on my pillow, or I can put them on my block. I'm just letting go, just really exhaling, feeling the belly move closer to the thighs. And just letting go of any tension. Feeling that big release through the back body. Shake out the head. If you're in child's pose, you can roll your forehead a little bit side to side, wiggle the hips. And again, just take a few more deep breaths. I grabbed my drum, but I forgot my bells. Grab my bells. Last few breaths in either your child's pose or your forward fold. And just notice if there's any other movement that the body needs, because in the next couple of moments, we're going to move into a position for meditation. So from your child's pose or from your forward fold, take a big breath in and then exhale it out. And then you can start to move right into relaxation. So I suggest lying on the back with a pillow under the head and a pillow under the knees for our meditation. but you can sit, make sure you're comfortable because it is about 30 minutes. You can sit comfortably. You can do any position that you feel like you can stay in. And like on the way, so if you're moving into that, you know, you can always do a little cat-cow or any, you know, a downward dog or anything that maybe you feel like you need to do. And if you are newer to this, if you're watching the recording, like I said, just kind of a nice way to just make this simple is, like I said, lie back, something under the knees, something under the head. So this is going to support the low back. This is going to support the neck. And then I pretty much always cover up my body, and then I like to cover my eyes too. So if you have a shirt, you can put this like a long sleeve over the eyes. Some people have like fancy eye pillows and things that they use. So that's kind of a standard option. And like I said, if there's anything you feel like the body needs to do, and it doesn't even have to be yoga, you can just, you know, stretch or give yourself a little shake or shift. But I would love for you to get as comfortable as you possibly can. You can light a candle, you could put on some essential oils, anything that just makes you feel like you can really relax. And so that short yoga sequence was just to kind of open up the digestive system, help the spine to start to purify and move us into rest and digest. And now we just want to let everything go. So let yourself really feel comfortable, feel symmetrical, so balanced between the right and the left side. The head and neck are relaxed. So make the body as comfy and cozy as you can. Make this space as comfy and cozy as you can. And just keep in mind that, you know, if you do need to adjust, just go ahead and do that. So if we're in the meditation and you're uncomfortable, just adjust, because you'll spend more time worrying about that than just adjusting and then getting back into it. So I want you to be comfortable. I want you to be relaxed. Give yourself this time. Just set the intention that this time is for you to deeply rest, to deeply digest, to let go of the day, the week, the month, the year, and renew your layers of consciousness. Renew the body, the breath, the mind, the emotions, the intuitive center, just really renewing yourself. So go ahead and take a deep breath in, and then open mouth out. And again, take a deep breath in, open mouth out. One more time, take a deep breath in and hold it, hold it, hold it. Squeeze your hand, squeeze your face, squeeze any tension in the body that you can, squeeze and hold. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. And that's what we want for this practice, to just let it go, rest, digest, and be grateful. The practice begins now. Allow the body to rest deeper into the mat. Feel your bones snuggling into the back body. Know that you are held and supported, and that it is safe to rest and digest. And as you settle into that awareness, call yourself in. Call yourself here, all those little parts of us that are still checking in on the other aspects of our lives. Call them in. Call all parts of yourself in, like a turtle hugging into the shell. Call in your body, your mind, your emotions. Call in all your roles and responsibilities. Call yourself here now. And as you call yourself in, we also call our senses in. We call our senses back from the outside world to awaken into the inner journey. Notice the sense of sound. You might hear my voice and the drum. Maybe there's other sounds in your room, in your home, on your block. And just notice without attaching any many sounds you can hear, the way the ears take in so much information. And as you notice the ears hearing, you set that intention that they only need to follow the sound of my voice. The only sound that you need to connect with is the sound of my voice. So you call that sense of sound in, pulling it inside. Just set the intention that you will follow the sound of my voice without too much effort, without attachment. You can allow that sense of hearing to rest. And as you draw the sense of hearing into the ears, begin to pull in towards the nose and the sinuses, and just maybe give your nose a little wriggle. Take a breath in through your nose. Notice any sense of smell. And our sense of smell is huge for survival. But we don't need to worry about that for this process. We can allow that sense of smell to rest. So allow the nose to relax, the sinuses to relax. Call in that sense of smell. And as you are focused at the nose, just notice the breath as it touches your upper lip. Notice the warmth or the coolness with each breath. And this is the sense of touch. And that sense of touch, again, we learned so much by touching. Before this meditation, that outer sense of touch can curl into the inner sensation of feeling. And so just notice anything you're touching, anything touching you. Notice the temperature of the room. And then again, that same turtle idea, pull that sense of touch inward. And we allow the sense of touch to relax. And as you feel the temperature on your upper lip, you bring your attention into your mouth. Swallow, wiggle your tongue, relax your throat. Notice if there's any taste in the mouth, our sense of taste. Also so important for information. We don't need to worry about that now. We can allow this rich sensory experience to relax. The entire mouth can relax. And as the mouth relaxes, and the nose relaxes, and the ears relax, and the skin relaxes, we draw the attention to our closed eyes. And our sense of sight, we take in so much through this sense. We have no idea how much we're really taking in every time our eyes are open and we're looking at screens and we're looking at the horizon. And for now, I'll really give permission to your eyes to rest. The eyes are closed, maybe they're covered. There's nothing to see. Let your eyes soften deeper into their socket, into the skull. And give yourself permission to activate the inner vision, the inner sight. And as the eyes relax and the ears relax and the nose and the mouth and the skin relaxes, all the senses hug in like that turtle curling into their shell. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows. And this is the space of the inner vision. And just focus your attention, call yourself fully to the space between your eyebrows. And as you focus here, we offer an intention for the practice. We plant a seed, a heart's longing or vow in this space. And so maybe there's something that you really are calling into being in your life. Maybe there's an outdated belief. Maybe there's just something you really need right now, and it's not material, it's not the outer world, it's for you. And when we set an intention in this kind of practice, we are literally planting a seed in the fertile soil of the unconscious mind. Because in this practice, the body goes to sleep, and we move through the layers of conscious and unconsciousness, and we are able to activate and manifest. And so this is usually a short positive statement in present tense, usually beginning with I am, or I feel. And it can be very simple and potent. I am whole. I am rested. I am healing. I am loving. I feel calm. I feel peace. And it can be yours, whatever language arrives for you. Don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. There's no right or wrong way to set this intention. Just allow whatever is real for you to emerge. And then once you have it, once you feel it, say it quietly to yourself 3 times as though you were planting a seed in the dark soil of the space between your eyebrows. And once you have offered that statement 3 times, let it go. And come back to that feeling of gratitude. That feeling when we started our physical practice and I asked you to think of what you were grateful for. And as you thought of what you were grateful for, did you notice a color, a sensation, a quality? Call that in now. As you focus the attention at the space between your eyebrows, allowing the body to relax and rest. Call in that sense of gratitude and let it fill you up like a cocoon, like a veil. Feel it sort of swirling around you, this sense of gratitude. And this is what we will move through the body in the practice. We will move through a rotation of consciousness, also called a body scan. And as we do that, I will call out different body parts and you will just focus your attention, not too tightly. You will focus your attention at that body part. You might visualize it, you might repeat it to yourself. But I would love for you to imagine that you are bringing this quality of gratitude to the body part. And what this process does is it not only relaxes the body, but it helps to balance and heal and cultivate new neural pathways between the body and the brain, allowing more life force to flow to all parts of the body, allowing a deeper awareness and understanding of our body. And so focusing at that space between the eyebrows, really feeling that quality of gratitude. Feel that quality of gratitude in the third eye, and then move it to the hollow of the throat. So just move your attention and that sense of gratitude to the hollow of your throat. And then from the hollow of the throat, we move that quality into the center of the right shoulder and into the center of the right elbow. And we move that into the center of the right wrist. We take that quality of gratitude and we move it into the tip of the right thumb, the tip of the right index finger, the tip of the right middle finger, tip of the right ring finger, the tip of the pinky finger. You feel the whole right arm infused with gratitude. The tips of all 5 fingers. Center of the wrist. Center of the elbow. Center of the shoulder. And then you bring the attention back to the hollow of the throat, filling the hollow of the throat with gratitude. And then we move that gratitude to the center of the left shoulder, center of the left elbow, center of the left wrist, tip of the left thumb, tip of the left index finger, tip of the left middle finger, tip of the left ring finger, the tip of the left pinky. The whole left arm infused with gratitude all the way to the tips of your fingers. And then we move that gratitude back through the left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, and back to the hollow of the throat. And then we move gratitude to the center of the chest, infusing the center of the chest with gratitude. And then we move that gratitude to the right side of the chest, back to the center of the chest, to the left side of the chest, back to the center of the chest. We move gratitude into the solar plexus, a few inches above the belly button. And then we move gratitude to the navel center, a few inches below the belly button, flooding the navel center with gratitude. And then we move that gratitude to the center of the right hip, center of the right knee, center of the right ankle, the tip of the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, tip of the pinky toe. The whole right leg is flooded with gratitude to the tips of the toes. And then back up through the right ankle, right knee, right hip, and the navel center a few inches below the belly button. And we move this gratitude into the left hip, center of the left hip, the center of the left knee, center of the left ankle, to the tip of the big left toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, the tip of the left pinky toe. The whole left leg flooded with gratitude all the way to the tips of your toes. And then back up into the ankle, the knee, the hip, and the navel center a few inches below your belly button. Now we move it back up into the solar plexus a few inches above the belly button. And then up through the center of the heart, up into the hollow of the throat. And then back up into the space between the eyebrows. And as you focus on the space between the eyebrows, we imagine all those points as tributaries, rivers of gratitude flooding through your whole body. And so from your third eye, can you feel your right arm and your left arm, your right leg and left leg, your torso? Can you feel your whole body flowing with gratitude? And as you feel the body flowing with gratitude, bring that attention to the floor of the pelvis. And just imagine the whole pelvis flooding with gratitude. And then your sacrum, the space of the sacrum. And then into the mid-back, the organs of digestion. Feeling this gratitude flooding through the organs of digestion in the mid-back. And then the upper back, down both arms, across your chest. And then your throat, neck, and jaw. And then the front of the brain and the space between the eyebrows. Crown of your head and the back of the brain. And from the crown of your head down to your toes, you feel this flood of gratitude. And as you're sensing your whole body filled with gratitude, just notice how your breath moves through your body, how it moves in waves. And as the body continues to rest and digest and receive this gratitude flooding through these points of consciousness, through these neural pathways, we just feel into the breath awareness as it floods the body even more deeply, more richly. And just notice, without forcing or changing your breath, how the inhale comes in, and the exhale moves out. And it dances like a wave through the body or like a cloud across the body. And just feel that light quality moving through you with every breath. And we're going to count back these breaths so you can focus at your heart, your belly, your eyebrow center, whatever point catches your attention, whatever point you can feel and fill with gratitude more effortlessly. So either focusing at your belly, your heart, or your space between your eyebrows, focusing on the breath. Begin to count back the breath, counting back from 10. And so as you inhale, you'll just hear, as you focus at this point, I'm inhaling 10. I'm exhaling 10. I'm inhaling 9. I'm exhaling 9. And so on. And if you get to 0, just come back to 10. If you get lost, come back to 10. Again, there's no right or wrong way to have breath awareness. Just feel this grateful life force moving through your body as you count back your breath. Let that go. Let any effort around your breath go. Just surrender more deeply into this purifying, absorbing energy as it moves through your body. Trusting this breath will continue to permeate through the body, purifying, digesting, allowing the body to rest more deeply into these states of transformation and regeneration. And as that breath just continues to flow through the body, again, summon that quality of gratitude. Feel that quality of gratitude as you focus the heart, space between the eyebrows or the belly. And from that space of gratitude, from this space of the body, we're going to connect to the mental and emotional realms through experiencing opposites. And so a lot of times we get stuck emotions and mental patterns in the body, and that can inhibit our digestion. That can block our perception. And so when we create this space and we feel these opposite emotions, we help to release them from the body. We help to neutralize their charge so that they can flow through us more easily. We can digest them more easily. And so focusing again on that quality of gratitude at that space of the body that most resonates with you today. I'm going to ask you to invite in the sensation of darkness. What is the experience of darkness? When I invite in darkness, do you feel it, taste it, smell it? Where is darkness in your body? And again, no judgment, no stories, no attachment, just sensation, just the feeling state of darkness. And then let that go and invoke the opposite, which is light. How do you experience light? What is the feeling state of light? Invite light in. And then let that go and come back to gratitude. Breathe into that gratitude, feel that gratitude. As I ask you to experience heat. Heat. What is the feeling state of heat in your body, in your skin? What happens when you invoke heat? And let that go. And invite in the opposite, which is cold. When you call in cold, what is that feeling state? What is that experience of cold? Where do you feel cold? Feel cold now. And then let that go and come back to gratitude. And now call in the state of indigestion. What does it feel like when you have indigestion in your body, when the body can't digest, it can't process? What is that feeling state of undigesting, indigestion? You cannot digest what you've eaten or received or heard. Something is undigestible. What is the feeling state of indigestion? And then let that go and bring in the opposite, which is satisfied. You feel satisfied with whatever has come in and moved through. Where is satisfied? A sense of satisfaction. How do you feel satisfied? Let that go and come back to gratitude. As you feel into gratitude, we experience another set of opposites, and this time, again, without attaching to a source, bring in fear. Fear. How does fear feel in the body? What is fear as a feeling state, as an experience? Fear. And then let that go and bring in trust. Where is trust as a feeling state? Where is trust as an experience? Can you bring in this sense of trust? And then let that go and come back to gratitude. Bring in that sense of gratitude. Let it amplify. Let it get bigger. Let it help again to just clear out any other emotional or mental thought forms, beliefs, patterns, systems that no longer serve you, that are blocking your digestion, that are keeping you from resting and healing deeply and fully. Just infuse the entire body, the energetic body, the mental, emotional body with this sense of gratitude, allowing that quality to get bigger and bigger and move through you. As it gets bigger and bigger, as the body rests deeper, as the breath flows more fluidly, as the emotions and the mental capacities are being purified and clarified, we move now into our intuitive and wise consciousness. We move into this part of ourselves where there are limitless possibilities, potentialities, the realm of imagination and visualization. And so wherever else you've been focusing, just bring that quality of gratitude back to the space between the eyebrows. Maybe you've been there this whole time, it doesn't matter. All the energetic centers are connected. We focus again at this space between the eyebrows. We focus on this quality of gratitude. And as we focus on gratitude, we imagine a dark space here. A dark space, maybe like a dark, cloudy night sky or a movie theater screen. But you just gaze at this darkness, this opaqueness, and maybe stimuli shows up. It's okay, let it go. Just imagine this dark space.
Focusing all your attention on gratitude and this dark space. And as we focus on this dark space, I'm going to call in some images, and I want to invite you to feel them with the richness and the sensory experience available to you, again, without force, without trying too hard. Just allow them to come alive however they can for you. Again, first focusing at the third eye, quality of gratitude as we gaze at this dark space. And then suddenly you see autumn leaves. Autumn leaves. Your winter coat. Your winter coat. Children playing. Children playing. Your favorite holiday scent. A black and white newspaper. Black and white newspaper. The taste of a warm beverage. The taste of a warm beverage. The sunrise. The sunrise. The face of someone you love. The face of someone you love. A black cat. A black cat. The crescent moon. The crescent. And as you envision this crescent moon, it's as though you're standing or lying beneath it, feeling the cool, cold air and earth, the crispness all around you as you gaze at this crescent moon. And this crescent moon smiles down at you, offering her blessings of possibility. And as you close your eyes, you feel her shimmering light. You feel it move down your crown, down your face, your throat, your chest, your belly. You feel it move down your arms and legs. You feel this shimmering, silvery, glowing light, this crystal crescent moonlight shimmering down the whole body, from the crown to the toes to the crown. And in this moment, you just feel embraced. You feel clear and cool, connected. You are spacious as this light in the dark brings clarity, brings energy and vitality. You just allow yourself to receive this shimmering crescent moon blessing, feeling how it washes away anything else, just filling you with this cool, clear light. As you are held by this cool, clear light, you hear the words of the intention you stated at the beginning of our practice. And you hear it again 3 times, sealing in this statement with this shimmering crescent moonlight. receiving all of the blessings and benefits of this practice. As those words sink in with this moonlight, feel it all seal in the colors and sensations until you again just feel your body resting on the earth in your space, in your home, the body relaxed and warm, resting and digesting, and you again feel that vibrant sense of gratitude. And you rest deeply in that gratitude. And the practice is now complete. And the body continues to receive its benefits and blessings of this grateful digestion practice. And you are welcome, if time allows it, to just stay in this space as long as you want. If you need to move forward in your day, just begin to observe your breath. Observe your body, feeling the effects of this time. You can deepen the breath, invite in movement, shifting and wiggling, stretching in any way that feels good. You can roll back to that left side, curling in towards the earth. And then if you'd like to, you can bring yourself up to sit. And you might just sit still. You might do a little bit of movement of your spine, curling around, or cat-cow. Just take a couple breaths to explore opening and closing the spine, or if you're circling, going both ways. And then again, if you want, you can take your right hand to the right, stretch your left arm up and over, look down, and then bring it up over to the left, reach the right arm up. And then inhale, reach the arms up, exhale, bring them down towards the chest. And again, inhale, reach up, big stretch, exhale, back down. One more time, inhale, reach up, exhale down, and just take a few slow breaths in through the nose and out the mouth. And I thank you so much for taking this time to rest and digest with me today. I'm so grateful to share this space, and I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of your week and weekend and holiday week next week if you are celebrating. Namaste.